Unsolved Mysteries, Death in Oslo. This case had more weird things than Billy Porter's closet. Hey everybody, it's your girl Kiki to talk about another episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, live from my car. Dun dun dun. Like, share, subscribe this video. Definitely comment. I will comment back if you've seen some of my videos. Watch my other videos. I have other videos on other Unsolved Mystery episodes, so check those out. But definitely subscribe, like. It helps the algorithm, gets my videos out there. We're going to talk about this case on Unsolved Mysteries episode, and then we're also going to go on a little bit of a deeper dive, like I normally do, about the bigger picture. Okay, so the name of the episode is Death in Oslo. It's about a woman by the name of Jenniferfairgate. I put it in quotes because, you know, that it's not really her name. And this woman checked into a hotel room in Oslo, Norway. And apparently she died of a gunshot wound to the head and she killed herself. Now, her name was fake. They tracked down the address that she left. That was fake. There were some odd things about her wardrobe. She didn't have a lot of bottoms. I don't know if she was a thought or she just, you know, just didn't have a lot of clothes. I don't know. But, you know, this woman, this happened in 1995. Like I said, it was in Norway, Oslo. They have done DNA tests on this woman, saying that she had, like, German heritage. And they tracked her down. They asked people in neighboring cities, in Germany, neighboring countries. And all these years since 1995, not anyone has come forward and said that they knew this woman. Again, supposedly she laid on a bed and held a gun and shot herself in the head. That was just weird. Some people have debated that this was just a simple suicide, but a lot of people think that because of the odd things such as her clothes not having any tags, her using a fake name and fake address, that a lot of people think she was a spy. She was some kind of spy, some kind of espionage thing. The biggest question that I have, if y'all don't know from other videos, used to work in hotels. I had to stop the video because it was kind of glossed over that this woman checked in at a hotel with no ID, no credit card. I know this was 1995, but even in 1995 with the hotel industry, that blew my mind. I'm like, how does a woman check in a hotel room with no ID, no credit cards, no debit cards, nothing? This lady didn't have any ID or anything. That is suspicious alone. Like, that sealed it. I was like, she didn't commit suicide. Once they said that, because working in the hotel industry, we understand, like, even in another country, I've worked for a international hotel management company. Even internationally, even back in 1995, you couldn't walk into a hotel and just be like, I don't have no ID, I don't have no credit card. There's incidentals. What if you tear up the room service? All that stuff is usually charged to your credit card. Even in 1995, it blew my mind. And I'm like, well, who checked her in? I had so many questions about who checked her in. What's on the video? Find this employee who checked her in and ask them what happened. None of that was brought up in this episode. And I'm sure it's probably out there on the internet. I have to do more research. But that literally blew my top, y'all. Like, I was like, she checked in and do what? I was like, okay, that was just weird. Then her clothes had no tags on it. Then, you know, they have the key card where they can see where she left and came and left the room. There's a period of time where she left the room for at least 24 hours. Who did she went to go see? We don't really know. There are some things that are left out of this episode. First of all, she had, I think they said, what I read online, that she had there was 2 gunshot wounds to the head. Number 2, the gun had no fingerprints on it. The gun had no fingerprints, and it wasn't the gun that they showed in the episode, which is a Browning, but it was actually a German gun. So the gun had no fingerprints on it. 2 shots to the head, supposedly, that she did herself. Then there was some evidence that right after she died, like 6 days after she died, some people had checked in to the same hotel room, and they were a suspicious looking couple. Also, they were saying that some of the she had there was a newspaper in the room that had the room number 2816, or I wouldn't say room number, but numbers 2816, which they didn't figure out what that meant. On it, it said Jennifer and Lois Fairgate is what was on the registry. So they left that out of the episode. I hate the Unsolved Mystery be leaving these things out the episode, but so yeah. And then at the time there was also some kind of meeting, like a court meeting in Oslo. That is highly suspicious. So I really do think this woman was involved in something that no one's come forward all these years. And like I said, the telltale sign is her checking into a hotel room with no ID, and then the clothes with no tags on it. They even interviewed a guy in the show that worked in Norway espionage, and he said, yeah, that's a telltale sign of someone who's an agent. Like, her clothes couldn't be traced, her fingerprints didn't bring up anything. So it's like this lady just appeared out of nowhere and then disappeared out of nowhere. Even her haircut and the kind of clothes that she was wearing was very like Eurotrash 1995 espionage, like, you know, maybe some Mission Impossible shit. I don't know, but it like our whole outfit was like, girl, the whole outfit screamed, I'm an agent. I'm finna go assassinate somebody. It was like a leather jacket with like some leather boots. I was like, girl, cliche. But I mean, we might all be wrong. You know, she might have just covered her tracks. What I was going to say is there have been other instances of people have committed suicide and removed tags from their clothes. So it's not that highly improbable, but, you know, but it can happen. But yeah, I just thought this episode had more anomalies and twists and turns. And now I found out that, you know, so apparently also there was a man that was there at the hotel room, but they couldn't really verify. Yeah, this episode, go online and search it, because it really did leave out some interesting tidbits that if you thought it was suicide, then it would really change your mind. So but we're going to talk about the bigger picture. The bigger picture is people going missing. If you don't know what the Charley Project is, it's a website online that specifically has pictures and case files on Jane and John Doe. So Jane and John Doe is basically people who are found deceased that have no identity. And you will realize in the United States there are a lot of Jane and John Doe. So Charley Project, look it up. When I used to be a member of websleuths community, it was something that we looked up very often. And it's very sad to know how many people are either missing or dead that are unidentified. A lot of times it's because somebody's family member dies in one state or one place and they're found someone else, and then the departments really didn't have a database to link these things together before you know, advent of DNA. And so it's pretty sad. The Charley Project has tried to fill in the gaps and help different departments find missing people, and you know, help family and loved ones and law enforcement do DNA searches and dental records. So Charley Project, if you're into unsolved mysteries and missing people and crime, that is one website that will have you gone down the rabbit hole. I mean, I could look at Charley Project for hours. They do have graphic pictures on there, so that's just, you know, they do have graphic pictures. So they will have pictures of the dead bodies, but then they also have just like regular missing people. Like, you can put a request to have your missing loved one add to Charley Project. But it's sad that there are a lot of missing people. I would also say that besides people just missing people, like their sisters or brothers or family becomes estranged, another issue is that there are so many young people that are missing that families aren't looking for them. I always thought that was touching. When I started first getting into true crime and missing kids and everything, I thought it was crazy that some kid would be missing for 5, 10, 20 years and nobody's looking for this kid. Some 15-year-old decided to go walking down the street somewhere in Houston, and then they end up being killed. I thought that was crazy. And then they never reported missing. I thought that was like, I was like, surely this is rare. But you will see that there are a lot of parents and families out there that I mean, I understand as an adult that don't give a damn about their children, but it's just sad to know that some of these kids end up murdered, missing, in jail, prostitution, and they get killed, and their parents never report them. Like dead bodies that police have found of 12 and 13-year-old young kids that nobody know, either because they're being abused at home or because they ran away because they had a bad situation at home, and unidentified, never found. I mean, it's killing a kid by the parents is one thing, but then just having your 14-year-old just run away and then you don't report it and you don't care, and they either end up missing or sometimes they really do show up. There's some cases where people thought their family member was dead or their friend was dead, and they end up popping up years later on social media like, oh no, I ran away from home and joined the army, or I ran away from home and got married. And it's just sad. It speaks to sadness in our society. But yes, you can be a person who can commit suicide in a hotel room and your family don't report you, don't hear from you, and just assume you're okay, or just assume you went to another city, state, country, and it's not reported. So I found that very sad. But yeah, if you want to know about unknown cases and Jane Does and John Does, Web Sleuth, like I said, is a good community, and then the Charley Project is definitely thebomb.com. So prepare to have your heart broken on some of these cases. I had to start reading it because it would just give me nightmares. It just disturbed me. Like, it's very sad. But that's it for now. My episode. Like I said, I have other unsolved mystery videos. I have other reviews of other TV shows. I'm going to be doing Mandalorian. I gotta catch up on my Baby Yoda, and then I have another video coming out. I think maybe later on today or tomorrow, about the other Unsolved Mysteries episodes. But I wanted to pop in and do that one. So, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Also, I have a new business venture. I'll drop links. I have discounts. I have a new home decor and a new t-shirt shop. So if you're looking to get you, a little something, little fly, something, I have t-shirts, I have pillows, blankets, all kind of stuff, all decorated by yours truly. Aww. And besides my regular Etsy shop where I make skincare and personal care and candles and all that kind of stuff that I make. But yeah, everybody knows I'm a creative, so that's what I do. And so the holiday season's come up. Support your girl. Go spend some money. I do quality work. I like I said, I have a 5-star shop. So yeah. So y'all have a great day and look out for more of my videos. Peace.